Hello, hello, everyone. Hi, welcome to the afternoon Cuppa, which we do every Sunday instead of in the mornings like we do our morning cup of joy. So welcome in, come on in, and let's do some checking in, do some heart connection, and see what's going on in everybody's world today. Where in the world are you? And what are you up to? So come on in. I'm going to share this out for just a minute and let everybody know that we're here. So I invite you to do the same. When you find it, just click that share button. I see some people are beginning to find us. Mary Crincoli, hi there. I'm just getting it shared out, so please help me do that. Let somebody know that we're here and ready to have a great experience together. Okay, it is shared into groups. I didn't share it to our Hope. Let me do that. I'm not finding her. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that should be great. It's shared and shared and shared. And let's see who we got. Lynn. Hi, sweetie. I just popped up. Well, thank you for popping in and saying hello to us. Hi, Andrea Gregg. So glad you're here. All right, let's get started the way we always start, connecting the heart and the brain. Thank you for sharing, all of you who are doing so. So hand on your heart center, and we're going to slow down the breathing. So breathe in deeply, slowly. Focus on that breath going into your lungs. And then release that back out, just as slowly. There's no hurry. This is a lazy Sunday afternoon. We're just going to meet together for a little bit. So no place to rush off to. Just hold in your heart love. Just say, I am. That brings you right to your present self. No expectations, no anything, any other thought other than just being. You just want to be in this moment. I am. And then when you breathe in again, add love in there. Love yourself. Love this being that you're inhabiting. Love others that you see in the world. And exhale that out. And then we're going to go into our affirmations. So, I'm enough. I am worthy. I am an amazing spark of the divine. I am joyous. I am abundant. Miracles happen to me every day, and opportunities show up everywhere. So what are your affirmations? I know Brandy always adds in, and I love myself. That's a really good thing to end with, isn't it? After we've said all those affirmations, loving the way you are, the way you're showing up in the world. And thank you, Deirdre, for keeping track of us. We've been doing those affirmations as a group for 342 days. Coming up on that year mark pretty soon. Good afternoon, Catherine Kovacs. Thank you for being here. And Pat Moss, good afternoon to you. I miss you, my friend. I want another Pat hug now that I know what those feel like. So what's going on with everybody? How's your afternoon been? How's your morning? What did you do today? Anything exciting? Anything fresh that you want to share with us? Just type it in there. Is there a dream you want us to hold with you that maybe you're working toward? And I have a dream that Midnight Calls with the Angels, the Year of Joy, will be published by March 20th. That is the launch date for the book. So if you've been wondering what's happening with our Midnight Calls book, that is where it's at. I'm waiting for one thing to be finished, and then I'll be able to stick that in there and it'll be done. Done. And I'm so excited to get this one into your all's hands this year. It was beautiful messages and different messages because we went to different countries, right? You all experienced that right along with me. So every time I wrote about something, I had all of you in mind, and the angels delivered wonderful messages for us from all over the world. Hi, Sue Sullivan. Thank you for joining in with us, and you're well. I'm so glad. Deirdre loved the Heart Hug blog. Sweetie, I did give you the first heart hug, didn't I? And taught you how to do that. It makes a big difference. I will read that blog because I think it's important for us all to be aware that you can give a heart hug. It doesn't have to be just a little, here you go, pat on the back hug. Good afternoon, Annie and Grayson. Oh, this is Sir Susie. Well, welcome in, Sue Sullivan, or Susie, as Deirdre is calling you. We are so happy to have you here as a new P. Yes, it's exciting, Andrea. So now that I have that book pretty much done, I'll be working on the accompaniment, the book that goes along with it. You know what I'm trying to say? The little book that happens every year as well. This will be the 4th year, you guys, of having the Midnight Calls books and the accompanying book, the little book. So they told me to name it this year Midnight Calls with the Angels, the Year of Joy. And there was a lot of joy in this year. Sometimes we had to dig to find it, but it was there. And so I'm hoping as you read the messages from the angels, you'll find that joy right along with the angel messages. Okay, anything else going on? We know that Kathy and Bob are off celebrating their wedding anniversary. They're in North Carolina. I had messaged her earlier today and told her I hope they were having a good time, and they are. I also had a phone call from our Charlie P, and he had some, I think, good news. They may not have to do surgery. So it seems the infection is responding to the antibiotics. So he is still in the hospital. He may get to come home soon if they decide they don't have to do the surgery to redo what they did a few months ago that got infected. So keep him in your prayers, please. Keep him lifted up. I told him I would pass the message along to you. And Mary, I hope I'm going to get to see you while I'm here in South Florida, along with Jennifer and Leo. I'm here at Joanne's and enjoying some time with her. Billy's doing okay. She's recovering after her surgery before she starts the radiation, but still a mystery as to when that radiation is actually going to begin. So she's just in wait mode right now to see when the doctors are going to get back to her and if they're going to set a date for her to start that treatment. I'll be going back to see her after I finish up all of my doctor visits and dentist visits and everything that I'm doing while I'm down here, in addition to changing my address on everything. I had to renew my driver's license, renew my passport, get my car tags changed over. Just a lot of work that I'm doing while I'm down here. So it's been kind of busy. And then, of course, trying to reacclimate to Eastern time is no easy chore after being all over the world. It feels like all over the world in different time zones. So my body is just, I'm just taking it easy with it. If it wants to sleep, I let it sleep. If it wants to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, then so be it. It's daytime somewhere. So that's what's going on with me. And yes, definitely, Mary, let's plan on that date to get together. All right, so story time. I love bringing story time to you. I love the excitement that you all have about it. And I hope you'll have that same excitement when the full book comes out with every message that was published last year will be in that book. So I'm hoping that you all will wrap your arms around it and let it thrive. The other exciting news is we did set a date and a place for the retreat this year, for our True North Compassion Retreat. It will be in Virginia Beach starting on October 9th. We'll be there for that full weekend. All right, back to the story time. Heart hugs. They invented hugs to let people know you love them without saying anything. That's a quote by Bill Keane. The hug says it all. We don't need words when we have heart hugs. There are moments in life when words fall short. No matter how eloquent we try to be, language cannot quite capture the depth of love, compassion, or comfort we wish to offer. And so, heaven gave us something simpler, a hug. One of the most precious gifts in this human experience is the embrace of another soul. A hug speaks in the language of spirit. It whispers, I see you, I care, you matter, and it does so without a single audible sound. Years ago, my dear friend Carrie introduced me to something she called a heart hug. At the time, I did not realize how powerful this simple shift would be. I have since shared it with many others, watching eyes soften and shoulders relax as they experience it for the first time. A heart hug is intentional. Instead of the casual side to side embrace we often give, you align yourself heart to heart. You step in consciously. You allow your chest to meet theirs. You pause. You breathe. Try it sometime. It feels different because it is different. In that moment, there is an exchange that transcends words. You can feel the hearts communicating. It is as though two energetic fields recognize each other and say, hey, you are not alone. There is a current of compassion flowing between you. No fixing, no advising, just presence. And presence is one of the greatest forms of love. In a world that moves quickly, where so much communication happens through screens and hurried conversations, the sacredness of physical connection can easily be overlooked. Yet the heart was designed to give and receive comfort. The heart was created to resonate with another heart. A hug is not merely a social gesture, it is an energetic alignment. When you offer a heart hug, you are saying without words, I honor your journey. I hold you in compassion. I stand with you. And something beautiful happens. Walls soften, defenses lower, tears may come, laughter may bubble up. Healing begins in subtle but powerful ways. Dear angels, Why is something as simple as a hug so powerful? Dear ones, because love is your native language. Before you learned words, you learned energy. Before you spoke, you felt. A heart-to-heart embrace bypasses the mind and speaks directly to the soul. When you align your heart with another, you are remembering your unity. Separation dissolves, even if only for a breath. In that sacred pause, compassion flows freely and healing currents are activated. Do not underestimate the power of your presence. Your body carries light. Your heart radiates frequencies of peace. When you offer an embrace with intention, you become a vessel of divine love in form. Allow yourselves to touch the world gently. Let your hugs be blessings. Let your presence be prayer. The angels whisper, "Come closer, beloved. Let your heart speak what your lips cannot. Love needs no translation." So today, I promise to always give heart hugs. And I teach this to everybody that I hug. Everybody. Don't want just one of those flash in the pan quick hugs. I want to feel, I want to connect, I want to be in that energy of the heart hug. And I think this message was so timely for us in this year of compassion. If we're going to be compassionate, if we're going to shine our light and let others know that we care, show them that you care. We can say the words all day long, but until we show it, we're not getting the message across, are we? So do your heart hugs. Hug somebody today. Hug an animal today, heart to heart. Surprise them with them being able to feel your heartbeat and watch their face. Watch what happens when you do that. And they know that something different is taking place. They know this isn't the norm. All right. So what does Kuan Yin have to say about all this? She says, look for my signs. Look for my signs. I have been speaking to you through signs in the world and feelings in your heart. Can you hear my reassuring voice? When you ask me for a sign, I give it. Notice what is happening in the world around you. Take comfort and believe. Believe and have fun. Have fun. If there was nothing else that was a takeaway from the year of joy, it was that we should be having fun. And I am getting a message, even as I'm saying that the angels want me to add something at the end of the Midnight Calls book. So I'm going to just jot it down. Okay. All right. Ruth and I did a meditation at 11 o'clock this morning, as we always do for Sundays. And one of the things that we looked at in that meditation time together was Jesus. Did Jesus have fun when he was on earth? Did he laugh? Did he give heart hugs? Did he give hugs at all? Just some food for thought. What I got as I sat with that energy was yes, Jesus had light moments of humor. He had moments where it was like he would just laugh, not laugh at anyone or look down on anyone, but just enjoy the moments, enjoy the animals, enjoy the people. And one thing that I thought of was the moment when he walked on water. And that was when they were out in the boat. He and the disciples were in the boat, and it got really rough. There was a storm coming, and I believe he was sleeping at that point. And they woke him up and said, do something, calm this water. We're going to turn over in this boat. and they were scared. So instead of feeding into that fear, he got out of the boat and he walked. And I can just envision his energy, laughing, doing so. Like, oh, you humans, like, why are you afraid? There's nothing to be afraid of. Just go into the energy, feel into the energy, be one with the energy. And I could just see him smiling and laughing as he did that, not laughing at the disciples who were afraid, but just laughing in joy at that moment, rain pouring down, the waves crashing. And here he is, just calm. I'm just going to go for a walk out here on the water. And I just started laughing when I envisioned that. And I think he probably had a lot of moments where it was just that energy of this just is. It just is. There's no need to fear. There's no need to want it to be anything different other than what it is. Just go with the flow of it. And Deirdre, I love that. Deirdre says, of course, Jesus did all the high vibrational stuff. Flowers bloomed when he walked by. Yes, indeed. I can just envision a hug from Jesus. That's one thing that I think about a lot and envision a lot. Okay, so our Yogananda reading for the day out of the Spiritual Diary of Paramahansa Yogananda. My ear is doing something weird. I must be walking in the water with Jesus. Okay. All my questions have been answered, not through man, but through God. He is. He is. It is His Spirit that talks to you through me. It is His love that I speak of. Thrill after thrill, like gentle zephyrs, His love comes over the soul. Day and night, week after week, year after year, it goes on increasing. You don't know where the end is, and that is what you are seeking, every one of you. You think you want human love and prosperity, but behind these, it is your Father who is calling you. If you realize He is greater than all His gifts, you will find Him. It's so interesting. I had not read that yet before Ruth and I did our meditation. And we were talking about getting answers, about how Spirit can just download answers to us and we can have confirmation of answers. And I remembered a verse from the scriptures that says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. And that's exactly what this message is telling us. If we seek, we're going to get the answers. It's going to happen. It's going to come to us. So I love that. We haven't done this in a while, but I'd like to see if there are any messages coming through for anybody today. Would you love that? And I can't remember who came in first, but I'm just going to see where Spirit wants to go. Who does Spirit want to give a message to today? Mary, I think it's you. I think they're going to you first. And let me just see what they have for you. They're giving you this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, you know, the weights that are on an exercise machine when you're lifting the bar and you add the weight on it from the side, those big discs. That's what they just showed me, was one of those big discs that's really heavy. And they say it's a paperweight. So you must have a lot of papers for that weight to come in to weigh them down for you and hold them down. And what they showed me was like without the weight holding them in place, they scatter and they go everywhere. It's like a wind comes through and all of a sudden everything's disrupted and none of the papers are in the place that it was where you put it. So they're offering for you to take time to organize, take time to sift through those piles and piles of paperwork. And if you allow, Spirit will move them so that the ones that are the most important, the ones that demand more of your attention to take care of right away, will be at the top, even if there's been a disruption in the order of you placing it on your desk or wherever you have it. So utilize the weight, the paperweight that can hold them in place while you find out one at a time what is calling to me right now, what needs my attention the most right now. So for you, it's a message of just getting yourself together with what's happening with your career, with work, with not just work though, because some of the paperwork is personal. It's not just about your job. So they're just telling you to look, observe, see what needs your attention. There's something calling your attention, and you may not be seeing it because it may be buried underneath other paperwork. So that's your message. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the conduit, and passing it along to you. And let's hope that that it makes sense to you. Thank you for being here, Mary. And then they want to go to Lynn. Lynn, if you're still hanging out, I hope you are, and I hope to get to see you while I'm down here in Florida. And let's make sure that happens. I'm going to be taking a couple of trips up to the Boca area, so I really want to be able to see you. So Lynn, what does Spirit want to tell you? They're giving you a book. I don't know if you're a reader. I don't know if you have that as one of the things in your life that you do. I'm an avid reader, so books are so important in my own life. But they're showing this book. I'm just asking the questions now of Spirit, because this book is big. It's like, if you remember what an encyclopedia is, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like one of those big, heavy encyclopedia books. And encyclopedias carried so much information just in the one book. There were like volumes, but in one book, you could find many different answers to questions. So that's what they're showing, is that there's questions that you have, Lynn, and the answers are there for you. Maybe you just haven't turned to the right page just yet. So they're saying it's on page 91. Again, I'm just delivering this message. Page 91 in whatever book you are looking to for answers, that's where it's going to be. And it's a very definite, specific answer for you. So I'll be interested to see what's on that page as you look at it. If you find the book that has that many pages, see what the answer is to the question. It's a very big question that you have, and they're going to offer that answer for you. So thank you, Lynn, for coming in today. Let's move along. Deirdre, our sweet Deirdre, what does Spirit have for you? Let me just clear and see what they want to show you. This is interesting. Don't know that I've seen this before. They're showing, I think I may have seen like a depiction of it. They're showing this circle, and half of the circle is the moon and half is the sun. There's probably a word for that. I don't know. But that's what they're showing for the image that they want to work with to give you your message. So the sun and the moon. And my gosh, it keeps getting more interesting. So they're showing you with one foot on the side that has the sun and one foot on the side that has the moon. And I asked if it was the yin yang, and they said no. This is specifically a message for you alone. Something about the energy when you're in the moon energy, you lose sight of the fact that the sun is there. And when you're in the sun energy, you can't see the energy of the moon. So they're wanting you to integrate so that you have both aspects that you're working with in your life. Um, it has to do with this dualistic experience we have here on earth. There's up and down, there's left and right, there's right and wrong. So it's about blurring. I'm just trying to get it right for you, Deirdre. It's about blurring the boundaries. And there are no absolutes, is the message. There are no absolutes. So when something is thought of as that's right, then that means there's something that's wrong. Or if we say that's wrong, then there's obviously something that's out there that's right. So they're asking you to look at the gray areas. There's a song they're bringing to mind that was one of my favorite, absolute favorite songs, and it was sung by the Monkees. Very old song, and it's called "Only Shades of Gray." And it says there is no right or wrong. There is no black or white. There's only shades of gray. And when we can go into that kind of energy, that gray is made up of all of the external, all the black and white, then we can feel ourselves more in the oneness. So we are made up of everything that's in our world, right? All of our experiences, all the people, all of the things that happen, that makes up who we are. Our experiences are needed to bring us to this place. So it's a matter of integrating in yourself all of the black and white, the contrast, and looking at it from the middle, from the gray part of, okay, I can see both sides now clearly. And so when your foot is in that area of the moon, you can see the sun. When you're in the sun side, you can see the moon. So it's bringing more of an overall grounding oneness into your energy. And so I want you to sit with that and sit with this message. Again, I'm just the messenger, um, and it's for you to either say, okay, I'll check it out. I resonate with it. I don't, but I'm willing and open to hear what Spirit has to say about it. So thank you again, Deirdre. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And Deirdre says that makes all kinds of sense. Duality has a middle. It does. And sometimes we don't think about that, do we? I think this is an important message for all of us, Deirdre. We don't think about that there is middle ground, right? We think, oh, there's this fight I got to get involved in, or there's this person I've got to agree with. But there's a middle side, a middle part of that. And that's the gray part, the shades of gray. Look up that song. If you don't know it or you haven't heard it, it's a beautiful song that the Monkees, the group the Monkees did way back in, I think it was the 70s, maybe 60s. Okay, so let's see who else we got. These are wonderful messages today. Are you enjoying getting messages? It's been a while since I've given messages. And usually when I come down here to this part of Florida, I do an angel circle. I'm missing doing that this time, but it's one of my favorite things to do, is just tune in to the energy and see what Spirit wants you to know today. Sue Sullivan. All right, Susie, I don't know you, never met you, but the angels know you. And so let's see if they have something they want to share with you, something that that they can bring to light for you. And I know you haven't experienced my angel messages before. They always show me something. They show an image. It could have a meaning by itself. It could be something that leads to another explanation of the message. So let me see what they want for you. So they're showing an elephant. I don't know if you resonate with elephants, if you like them, if you don't, but they're showing that elephant for you, and they're saying there's such a huge presence in your life. There is something that if you allow it, it will look like an obstruction. It will look like a mountain, kind of like a big elephant that you have to move out of the way. You have to make your way through that object, that huge thing that's there, hanging there for you. But if you allow, the elephant will move at command. The elephant can be led very easily with just a string. It doesn't have to be a big rope for the animal to move. It is so compliant with your energy when you do it lovingly, when you invite the elephant to walk with you. It's not going to trample on you. It's not going to sit down and be stubborn and unmovable. Animals, as well as people and things, respond to energy, and they respond in kind. So what they're showing is for any place there's a challenge, anywhere there's a lesson, a struggle, something that needs clearing out, not to resist it, not to try to force it, but move it with love. Move that energy as you would want to be moved. That's what they're saying. In the meditation this morning, Ruth and I delved into the fact that we can become whatever it is we are looking at. We can become a rock. We can become a flower. Whatever it is that we're being shown, that is us. That's us inside. Neville Goddard says it's us pushed out. And that's so true, whatever we're seeing. So when you're seeing this big object, that's you pushed out. That's you needing to go back in and just give love. Don't resist it. Don't wish it away, but just give love to it. And I hope that this resonates with you. I hope that it's something that you can sit with and maybe ask for more clarity on if it's not something you understand. And again, just bringing you the message that I'm hearing. All right, we're going to go to Andrea Gregg. Andrea, I'm so glad you're here today. You make my heart smile because I know your smile. I know how big and beautiful it is. So let me just clear and see if I can get your message in. I'm just going to scroll back and see who I've missed. Okay, there are a few more. And I believe we will get to everyone. So Andrea, what does Spirit want you to know? They're giving you a tiara. I love tiaras. I love tiaras more than I do crowns. But a tiara is, to me, it signifies innocence. And I'm just asking if that's your message, is about the innocence. Yes. So sometimes in life, you don't recognize how beautifully you affect others' energy. You don't recognize that through your own love, compassion, joy that's in your life, that affects other people's energy. It affects us to the point that we remember your smile. We remember words that you've said to us. We remember hugs. So as you wear your tiara, your virtual tiara, let that be a reminder that you matter. Everything that you do, share, say in this world matters. And so let your light shine. Let that tiara bring a light and a glow inside of you, just as you affect others outside of you. Just allow it to glow, allow it to bring a warmth to other people, because it does. And then, most importantly, let it bring that to you on the inside. So there you go, my dear. It's a time for you to go inward, do some introspection, do some asking about your worthiness. And I think what you will find is a beautiful blessing, letting you know just how worthy you are and how enough you are. I love you so much, Andrea. Thank you for being a pea in our pea pod. All right, let's go to Pat Moss. Pat Moss, I miss you. You and your sister are so delightful. I'm very honored that I got to spend time with you when I was in London. So, what do the angels want you to know, Pat? Something about irritation. So, they're showing me a little bird. And this little bird, I don't know what kind it is. It's just a little teeny bird. It's not real big, but it's chattering away and it's relentless. It's just like in the ear, like blah, 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 and just this constant noise is what it sounds like eventually. You know, at first it's like, oh, this little bird's talking to me. And then it's like, okay, little bird, you need to take a break now. So there's something irritating going on. There's something that is constantly there, just grinding away and bringing in this noise. And so you're just wanting that noise to stop. Well, instead of wanting the noise to stop, they're asking you to stop. They're asking you to pause, to just sit, ask, what is this noise? What is the message that's trying to get through to me? Because there's something that's irritating, something that hasn't been resolved, something that keeps popping up, is what I hear. Something keeps popping. And so this little bird keeps talking. And as long as that's unresolved, you're going to have the noise. You're going to have the irritation. You're going to have the chatter. So it's time to look and see, where in my life do I need to explore something that I haven't taken care of yet? Something that I know is there, but I'm just kind of sweeping it under the rug. So it's time to pull the rug up and to figure out what that is. And I love you so much. Thank you for being here, Pat. What a great message for you. Time to look inside. All right, we're moving on to Catherine Kovacs. Catherine, I hope you're a little warmer down in Florida. I know it's warm down here where I'm at. I'm in South Florida, and it's 80 degrees outside right now. I'm very happy about that. Can you see I'm happy and smiling? I do not like the cold. All right, so Catherine Kovacs. Oh, thank you, Pat Moss. I'm so glad that it had meaning for you, and welcome in, Brookie. Catherine, they're showing me a bracelet, and this is not just any bracelet. You know, there's so many things we can wear as jewelry. This one is special because it seems like it has diamonds. So it's a bracelet that shines. And of course, this is a virtual bracelet. You may have one of these diamond bracelets. I don't know. But it's all about adorning yourself with that which you desire. What is it that you want to hold close to you that makes you feel really good, makes you feel special, makes you feel like, I can look at that diamond bracelet and I can see me. I can see my own shining diamond inside of me. So they're wanting you to pay attention to what you are surrounding yourself by, not just jewelry. What are you surrounding yourself by? Because that's going to reflect to you what you're seeing inside. What is inside of you that's showing up in the outside world? And take a look at that. Again, these messages today are encouraging all of us to do more self reflection, to go deeper, to say, all right, where am I showing up or where am I not showing up? Or is there something that I need to pay more attention to? So, Catherine, that is your message. I hope it made sense to you. I hope you understood it. And what a beautiful message again for all of us. What are we surrounding ourselves by? What is it in our world that we're being irritated by, made happy by? What is that we can look at and say, that's me. That's me inside of here. Hello, Don Baker. Thank you for coming in today. All right, we got Annie 7 to take care of, Annie and Grayson. And I think that's all I have missed of the ones that were here before our latest crew came in. Okay, so Annie, I love to refer to you as Annie Banani because it's just a fun little energy that I place. When I look at you, I see that. I see that fun energy. All right, so let's see what message they have for you. They're showing a sock. One sock, not two socks, just one. I don't know why you only have one sock, but that's what they're showing. All right, so what is your message with the sock? It's a message that something is incomplete, Annie. One sock doesn't do you much good, does it? You can put it on one foot or the other. And in the wintertime, that one foot will stay warm, but the other one's going to get cold. It could be a fashion statement, just wearing one sock. But they're saying that it's all about something is incomplete. You have something that is, I don't want to use the word bother, something that's concerning because you haven't finished it. So you've got a lot going on in your life. You have a lot to take care of, a lot of you to take care of, and to grow in this spirit being that you are. It feels like it's more of a spiritual and emotional unfinished than it is something physical. So they're, again, like with most everyone, they're inviting you to look inside. Look inside, ask the important questions. What do I need to pay attention to? What do I need to focus on right now that will make me feel more complete instead of wearing one sock and not having access to both? So there's something that that Spirit is calling you to pay attention to, and that's what they want you to do. So, Annie, I hope that made sense to you, and blessings to you and to little Grayson. And I want to hear good stuff coming out of Louisiana, hopefully good warm stuff. And I believe Mardi Gras is going on right now, isn't it? I saw a friend of mine post something from Mardi Gras, and I saw our Sherry Myers had caught a shoe, two shoes actually. She didn't get just one. So there's a lot of energy happening right now in your area. Okay, so we have Brookie. Oh, sweet Brooke, I'm so glad you're here. Brooke, I have just been delighted by your pictures lately, and especially your little one, little Max, there in the snow and all bundled up in his snowsuit. So what message do they have for you, Brooke? Let me just look. They're showing me an accordion, and you're musical. I know that you understand what an accordion is. I have seen them. I don't know much about them. I know that you hold them with both hands and then you push them in and pull them out. They expand out and they make music as they do so. Um, so, why are they showing you an accordion? Let me just ask what the message is. It's about expansion. At this time, you are in a place where it would be very easy to be complacent, but that's not your purpose here on this earth in this lifetime. It's not about just accumulating what you would like to have or what you feel like you're supposed to have. It's about expanding your sight, expanding out into new directions and opening up to new opportunities. So there's something going on, there's something that is big that's coming in for you. And I'm not getting the clear vision of what that is, but there's something, and they're showing me like a walkway or a little roadway that's not big, it's very small. But at the end of that roadway, all of a sudden, there's this whole energy that opens up and it's huge. So you've been thinking a little small, is what they're saying, and it's time to stop playing small. It's not a time for even for comparison. They don't want you looking at the duality of small and big. They want you just to stop limiting yourself. That's the message, because it's time for expansion in your life. So play that accordion and let the energy open up, just like the sound opens when you open it more wide, then the sound comes out more beautifully and loud. So open up, expand. That's your message, Brookie. And then we have Dawn, and that's going to be the last one, and we'll do a prayer time, and we'll get out of here on this Sunday. So Don Baker, what do the angels want you to know today? And it feels very, it feels almost explosive. You're right, Brookie. Coming back to center. After you open that accordion and expand it, you come back to center. So that's what you're being invited to do. Come to center, expand out, come to center until you just get that perfect message about purpose. So, Don, I see a vehicle, and it's like this old-timey car. I don't know. I'm not good with cars and models, but it's one of the ones you would see like back in the days of Bonnie and Clyde, just to use a reference. It's big, it's bulky, it's not pretty. Those were not pretty cars when they were first developed. So, what is your message with this old-timey car? And the message feels like it's just ready to explode out and to bring you to different places. That's what I hear. It's going to bring you to different places than you've been before. So there's something in the works, and I know that you are very, very busy expanding and working on your company, having things in place for that to be more known in the world. You're also expanding in your role as a parent. So, where is this car taking you? Where is this vehicle going? It's pointed south as I'm looking at it. I'm directionally challenged, so I'm having to trust the angels if that is south. I see it going down, so I'm thinking, okay, that must be south. So there's some place that you have not experienced, some place you haven't been, and you're going to go there. So this year is a time for you to have new things, new opportunities, new miracles, new excitement. So just be open to it, my friend, because it is coming and it's explosive. I keep using that word. It's a very explosive time in your life where things are going to take hold and just go up and out, up, as we like to say here on Cuppa. All right. I hope you all enjoyed those messages. I enjoyed bringing them. I had no intention of doing this. I did not think when I opened up the call that I was going to be giving any type of angel messages, but there they are. And hopefully you resonated, or you'll sit with it and see what it is that you need to learn from it. All right, so it is prayer time. If you have prayers, please put them in. I'd like to ask for prayers for my family. I know you all lift them up every day, and I'm so appreciative of that. And just have some calm in the chaos, I guess. It's what I'd like to say and ask for, is some calm in the chaos and some clarity, bringing in some clarity for both my sister and her daughter, Paula, and see what the angels have to show them. All right, any other prayers, please put them in. Let's pray. Remember our Charlie, who is still in the hospital in Florida, and anyone else who's going through challenges physically. We have our Sally and Tony, and they just took a trip for another therapy for Tony, which I believe is going to be the last one of this series. So remembering them and holding them in light. Okay, so prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, our troops, especially the ones away from family, the USA, the UK, India, Teri and family, and any traveling Ps. And welcome into our Susie, who joined us today. Normally, if Brandy's here, she asks us to remember anyone with dementia or touched by suicide in their lives. So let's please honor that and remember that. And Sally and Tony always ask us to remember the homeless, and especially this time of year when it's so hard out in the external world and places, the snow and the ice and the coldness. So remembering the homeless, doing acts of compassion where we can to help them, bring them a blanket, bring them something, a hot cup of soup, anything that will help warm them up. Okay, so let's go into our hearts. We have a long list, a prayer list, and God, we just bring it to you right now. We bring you our prayers, both the written and the spoken, and the ones we hold in our heart that maybe we haven't expressed yet. God, I just want to thank you for this family. Thank you for the beauty and love that's shown here with each other. We love you. We honor you as the giver of all life, the giver of all miracles, and the giver of all love. Thank you. We love you. We honor you. We honor all of the divine and angels and masters, loved ones in spirit. We thank you for being here with us today. Aloha and mahalo and namaste. Amen. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Okay, so the last thing we do on Cuppa is a thank you. I love you. And thank you, Andrea, for getting us started. And I hope you have a blessed day as well, and this week. It's going to be a hectic week for me, so please remember me as I go through this week of more dentist visits. I have lab work tomorrow, and I'm praying for a good outcome there. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you. I love you. And namaste, y'all. May your day be full of joy, full of love, full of compassion, full of light. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. And tomorrow we will talk more about manifesting. We always do that on Manifesting Mondays. So join in. I'll have time to do the Cuppa before I go to get my blood drawn. So I will be here with you in the morning. I may have to cut out a little short, but we'll see. All right. I love you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Aloha and mahalo for being here.